Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I'm going to be sharing those patterns with you that are Butterick that we sewists picked up in 2023. I'm going to share 23 of those with you. Now, before you even say, Rochelle, it really wasn't 23 that was like hot for 2023, I'll agree with you on that. But these are the top 23 patterns that us sewers would consider purchasing in 2023. Now, I'm not going to be shady and be like, oh, I purchased all 23. No, I did not. Let's just be real, okay? I'm just going to be the realist with you guys. No, I did not purchase all 23. But I did look back, and a lot of the YouTubers that I follow, they purchased a lot of these. I probably purchased, I want to say, more than half of them. I probably did not purchase probably 6 to 8 of them out of the 23. All right. Now, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Hello, Ciao, Guten, Aloha, Hola, Konnichiwa, Gwaan, Sabonani, Shalom, Bonjour, Terve. If you are returning, you guys know what to do. Go get you something to drink, a quick snack. Come on back so we could go ahead and get into these 23 patterns that are Butterick that many of us sewers picked up in 2023. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so I'm going to get right on down to business and show you these 23 patterns of Butterick. Now, you guys, listen, I know a lot of you guys be like sleeping on Butterick patterns like, oh, Butterick is for like the older people. I don't like to say old people because some people classify 40 as being old, but I think 40 is the new 20, okay? And I think 50s is the new 25. Let's stop playing because I see a lot of these 50-year-olds looking really good. Better than some of these 25-year-olds. No shade. I see a lot of these 40-year-olds looking like they still in a teenage year. Okay, so no shade. But Butterick tends to cater to more of those, I'm going to say, the working woman or the, I wouldn't say every day, but I would say that the Butterick tends to be more of your classic out to work type. They like to call it the older people vibe, okay? So I'm going to say Butterick caters probably more towards the 40 plus, but here's the thing. Butterick they have classic pieces that you can make it your own. So I would definitely say not sleep on Butterick, but make it your own. So let's go ahead and get into these 23 patterns. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these 23 patterns. First pattern is Butterick 6924. So I'm only going to say Butterick one time because all of these are Butterick. All right, so it's 6924. Now I'm going to put these all up on the screen before you yell at me and be like, I can't see it from that angle. I'm going to put them all up on the screen so you're able to see it. So first pattern is 6924. This is like a camp shirt style pattern. Now, I am here for every single view for different seasons. I feel like view C is for your spring, view B is for your spring, view C is for your summer, and view A is for your fall and winter. So this pattern can take you from day to night, any season, all 4 seasons and everything in between, your pre-season and your game seasons, okay? So you can definitely use this pattern however you want. It's 6924. Next pattern is 6926. This is a great wrap dress, okay? Now, let's go back to 6924. If you do not have this Butterick pattern 6924, you can get McCall 6932. It is essentially the same pattern. Now, I have both patterns, so yeah, that's what it is, all right? Moving over to the next one, which is 6926. This is the same pattern as Butterick 6554 that I mentioned before when we did the lace. This came out in spring. It is a gorgeous wrap dress. I have the other pattern as well, Butterick 6554. So I figured that this one is a good one that you could put in your wardrobe, and this would be a good spring wrap dress as well. I know my girl T from Crumpet Tea and Sewing did a complete wrap dress, kind of like a wrap dress series. So check that out. I'll put her handle in the description box below for both YouTube and Instagram. All right, so check that out from her. But this is 69.26. Moving over to the next pattern is 69.28. Now this pattern is exactly the same as Butterick 50.30. Yes, I said it, 50.30. So if you don't have this pattern and you did not pick it up, but you have 50.30, you're good, okay? It's a lifesaver. All right, so this pattern came out in spring. I like everything that View A, the model in View A, is wearing. I like that long sleeve because I just feel like, even though I'm here in Florida and we get cold, chilly days, and everyone's like, oh, you only need short sleeves. No, like right about now, we need long sleeves, okay? So I'm here for View A. I went ahead and picked this pattern up, but it's 69.28. Moving over to the next one, it's 69.29. This is a very nice tunic. Now, you guys know I've been giving you guys all these different build a wardrobe style patterns. Put this one in one of those ones that you love the most. Seriously, this is a classic tunic. You need it. Thank me later. But this is 69.29, and I'm here for, really, I like both views, but I think for me it would probably be View B right here because it seemed like it's a little longer. All right, moving over to the next pattern is 69.30. I like this top. I like that elastic going on at the waist, but for me, I like View B. I like that on View B, but once again, it's 69.30. Moving over to the next pattern is 69.33. Now, my girl Shatoka from Shatoka J, she made this outfit, I want to say in like a mint color. Super gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and link her channel in the description box below so you could go over there and check her out, number one, check out her pattern review, number two, and follow her on Instagram and on YouTube. If you are not doing so already, she makes fabulous stuff. I wouldn't lie to y'all, all right? But this is 69.33. Now, y'all, when I say y'all be sleeping on this, this is good for like a two-piece suit, okay? So if you are a woman or a lady, right, who wears suits and needs suits for work, like if you're a lawyer or if you do a lot of business meetings, I would say this pattern is for you. Now, I'm in meetings and stuff like that, but I am not required to wear a complete suit. Do I like suits? Yes, I love blazers. I love being put together. I love pants. You guys know that. But for me, I would do everything on this pattern. Now, to be honest with you, I would do View A, B, and C. Now, View B, y'all know, I'm not a girl that only do one roll of elastic. We will make that skirt two elastics, you know, 2 rows of elastic because we need a little bit more coverage in the waist, okay? So this is 69.33. Let's go ahead and move over to the next one. So the next pattern is 69.34 right here. Now, I have made a pattern similar to this. It was a sarong skirt last year during my skirt series. I will go ahead and put that pattern up on the screen. But this pattern is similar to, or the exact same pattern as Butterick 3326, which means this pattern is a very old pattern that came out. Now, let me tell you this. Now, because you guys know I've been doing a lot of builder wardrobe, like I just mentioned, you could definitely wear this sarong skirt with, or I think they call it a wrap skirt. Yeah, they calling it a wrap skirt, but it's called a sarong. But you could wear this with a button-down shirt. Y'all know I put a button-down shirt in every collection. It's no secret, all right? So you can either get the Butterick 3326 pattern, but since this is still in your local Joann, go ahead and pick this pattern up. It's Butterick 6934. And there are a few ladies that have done this skirt for sure. So yeah, go ahead and look this one up on Instagram as the hashtag B6934 up on Instagram, and also look to see if there's a sew along on YouTube. I did not do one, but there may be one. All right, but it's 69.34. Moving over to the next pattern, it's 69.38. So this is a vintage pattern. I picked up a lot of the vintage patterns this year because I noticed that a lot of patterns are being reissued into vintage patterns. Now, you guys know I did Vintage Vember. And just a few days ago, I did Vintage Vember in November. Just a few days ago, I announced the winner. I am She Salvation. She won Vintage Vember. Congratulations to I am She Salvation for winning Vintage Vember. So a lot of the patterns I picked up for that, and then I decided against them because I was sick and I was going through and like, maybe not this one. I was trying to keep things quick, simple, something I knew I would wear every day. This is not a pattern I would wear every single day, so I did not do it. But it's great to have in my wardrobe, but once again, it's $69.38. Moving over to the next pattern. So the next pattern is $69.39. Now, this pattern was one that I chose for Vintage Vember. Then I turned around and decided against it. Here's the reason why. The temperatures dropped the same week that I was getting ready. It's actually cut out, to be honest with you. This pattern is already cut out for me to sew. However, the temperature dropped. I was sick and I was like, I don't have the patience to sew up this pattern. Now, this pattern was supposed to be sewed up when I collaborated with Julie from the Curated Curvy. This was the pattern that I was gonna originally do for her. And I actually have the plaid fabric still and all that good stuff, but I had to do a quick change and that's what we did, all right? But this is a Butterick 6939 for this pattern. Moving over to the next pattern. So the next pattern is 6940 and 6941 for our woman. And I like this pattern. I like view B on this pattern, but I think this would be a nice knit dress that you could wear as pretty much an everyday dress as well. So yeah, that's why I picked it up. It's $69.40, and I think this would be a good one to put in your wardrobe. All right, moving over to the next one. Next one, we're in the summer, and it's $69.42. This pattern was going to be made when I did a celebration of life for my aunt who passed away back in May. This was the pattern I was going to sew up, but I changed that quickly. Reason why is simply because I felt that this would not be appropriate to do for celebration of life. So I went against it and did not sew this pattern up. But once again, it's $69.42. Moving over to the next pattern. Next pattern is $69.43. This is a great tunic and I have plans. Yes, I do. I have plans to sew this pattern up. Spring, summer time frame. I'm not going to tell you when, but it is part of a collection. Once again, it's $69.43. Moving over to the next pattern. Next pattern is $69.44. I like this pattern. And the reason why I like this pattern is because you could have 4 different pairs of trousers or pants or whatever you want to call it just by using one pattern. You could get the shorts. You could have your short shorts. You could have your Bermuda shorts. You could have some culottes or gachos, or you can make the pants. 4 styles of pants or bottoms, I should say, using one pattern. That is really, really good to basically use different lengths and have 4 different looks and 4 different makes from one pattern. But once again, it's $69.44. Moving over to the next one. Next one is $69.45. And this one, I had a love-hate relationship about this one. I did not sew this one up, but this looked to me more like loungewear. So, I mean, I picked it up, but I'm on the fence if I'm going to sew it or not, to be honest with you. But it's $69.45. I feel that the pants is really what made me pick this pattern up, to be honest. But it looks like loungewear, knit loungewear or sleepwear. We will see. But once again, it's $69.45. Moving over to the next one. So the next one is $69.46 and $69.47. You guys know that I actually did a complete sew along for this one. I know I did the shorts, okay, for the sew along. I am still doing the button down shirt for the spring, and then I'm gonna pair both of those together. I ran out of time to do the top, so that's why you do not see a sew along for the top, but it's coming, all right, in the new year. It's $69.46 and $69.47 for our plus size scales, all right? So moving over to the next pattern. So the next pattern is $69.48. I love this entire wardrobe builder. You can do every single view on this pattern and have you a good look, all right? But this is a good pattern, $69.48. Moving over to the next pattern. All right, so the last patterns that many of us sewists would consider picking up in 2023, I do not have myself, but I'm gonna tell you those patterns. The first one is $69.58. Next one is $69.59. Next one is $69.60. Now these patterns that I'm telling you, they are not in my store yet. Although it's the fall patterns, they have not been in my store yet. But by the time you're seeing it, I probably just picked it up. Just FYI, I'm picking them up on the next sale. All right, not every last one of them. It's only one that I'm picking up, which is $69.60. All right. Next one is $69.61 and $69.62. That would be one that I feel that many of us sewists would pick up. And the last pattern, as part of this top 23 patterns that us sewists consider picking up for Butterick in 2023, is $69.65. What can I say? Now, I didn't pick this pattern up, but you get my drift, all right? Well, that's it for this video. That's all 23 patterns that I feel that us sewists would consider purchasing or purchase in 2023. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. And since you made it this far, do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. Also, smash that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video. And as always,
I got a story to tell. I know they want me to fail. If they throw me into a cell, I know wife, she paying the bill. Cause I can afford to be quiet. My city is dying and children are crying. Be alert, not devour. The enemy's prowling you just like a lion.